Does your mind wander a lot? Do you daydream a lot? If you do, you might have ADHD. Hi, my name is John, and 8 years ago I was diagnosed with ADHD. I am here to help you. So let's go. A lot of ADHD people experience uncontrollable mind wandering, daydreaming. Throughout the day, their mind is lost. No matter what they're doing, if they're engaged in an activity at work or at school, their mind is only maybe half on what they're doing at the moment, and the other half is lost somewhere else in their thoughts, daydreaming, thinking, mind wandering. This problem is very closely related to why many ADHD people can't pay attention, because half of their mind is somewhere else. Sometimes ADHD people get lost in conversation. They can't follow a conversation because half of their mind is somewhere else. They can't pay attention in class, and they can't learn properly because their mind is thinking about other things. As their mind wanders, it's difficult to come back to the present moment and focus on the thing that they're supposed to be doing at the time. A lot of ADHD people mind wander or daydream about things that are related to emotional themes like anxieties or hopes and dreams, wishful thinking, things like that. Yeah, I myself could be sitting somewhere doing something, look like I'm focusing on something, but in actuality, my mind is thinking about a movie, a video, a song that I heard the other day, a meme that I saw on TikTok. My mind can go anywhere, no matter what I'm doing. Here are some examples to illustrate. Man, I can't wait for my trip to Japan. I'm really looking forward to landing in the airport and then doing all the shopping and then trying this amazing food. I really want to try the ramen, and then I want to go to the convenience store, and then I'm going to go to Kyoto, and then I'm going to dress up, and then I'm going to visit all the temples. I'm going to take crazy photos, and then I'm going to go to Osaka, and then I'm going to go to Osaka, and then I'm going to try all the street food there, and then going to do some shopping there too. And when I go to Tokyo, man, I'm going to go to Tokyo, and then I'm going to go to the Sky Tree, and then, I'm going to meet my friends who live there. And sometimes I find for myself that I daydream or mind wander to stimulate myself. I will think of crazy things, crazy ideas, crazy situations, because I'm bored, because I want to feel something. I want to be engaged. I want to feel activated. Maybe I'm sitting on the train and I don't have my phone or my phone's died, but I want to feel something. I want to engage myself in something. So I will imagine things. I will think about things that don't really exist. Oftentimes, these things that I think about are emotional. They give me an emotional hit. They give me some dopamine because they're so crazy, because they're so out of this world. I stimulate myself with positive thoughts to make me feel good. I think I stimulate myself with negative things because even negative things can increase adrenaline, can increase dopamine, can increase cortisol. Just by daydreaming, you're able to stimulate yourself. And that's something I find true for myself. For example, I might daydream about a future vacation that I might have coming up in the next couple months. I daydream about how I'm going to have so much fun and I'm going to do all these crazy activities and I'm going to sleep in and party and things like that. And just thinking about those things, daydreaming about those things feels good. They're all positive thoughts, which give me positive feelings. And I can sit in one spot and think about these things over and over and over again because it's self-stimulating. It makes me feel good, daydreaming. Another example might be trying to stimulate yourself with negative emotions through daydreaming or mind wandering, imagining negative things that happen to you or negative things which make you feel engaged or alert. For example, maybe there's a boss that you really hate and you're imagining yourself, arguing with this guy and, getting all your feelings out. Maybe there's a friend or a family member that you had an argument with and you're imagining yourself winning that argument. All these things, stimulate your brain. Imagining these things stimulate your brain and in a way make you feel good, which is why one can be addicted to daydreaming or mind wandering. For example, you might imagine yourself getting back at someone who cut you off on the road. And that makes you feel good just by imagining that situation. That is stimulation through negative imagination, through negative daydreaming. And I'm guilty of this as well. As an ADHD person, I've done this to myself to stimulate myself, to make me feel good. Through positive daydreaming, thinking about good things that make me feel good, but also negative daydreaming, negative mind wandering. And this mind wandering, this daydreaming thing too, is not just self-stimulation through imagined things, but it's also by remembering or replaying things that you've experienced before. Like, for example, maybe there's a really emotional scene in a movie that you saw recently and you really felt something. You really felt engaged when you saw that scene. So you keep replaying that scene in your head. Maybe you saw a really funny or interesting meme on TikTok. And now, because it gave you that hit in that moment, you keep replaying that in your head because it's funny, because it's self-stimulating. You replay all these things in your head because it's all self-stimulating. It makes you feel good. That's why you are a daydreamer. That's why you are a mind wanderer. The thing that you're doing right now is not interesting. It's super boring. So you need to self-stimulate yourself. And you stimulate yourself through imagination and through mind wandering. To summarize it, daydreaming or mind wandering, whether it be about positive things or negative things, is self-stimulation. It gives you that hit because you're imagining good things or you're imagining bad things. Because the imagination of these good things or bad things releases neurotransmitters and hormones in your body. It's all self-stimulation because your body wants that dopamine, that cortisol, that adrenaline, all those hormones and neurotransmitters. Your body wants that because you have ADHD. So you self-stimulate yourself. So for ADHD people, this mind wandering, this daydreaming does have good and bad points. For example, creativity. Daydreaming can stimulate creative ideas and problem solving. Many people with ADHD report a strong creative drive linked to their rich imagination. However, excessive daydreaming can lead to missed deadlines, incomplete tasks, and frustration in academic or professional settings. Also, an interesting point, emotional processing. Mind wandering, daydreaming, can sometimes help process emotions, but in ADHD, it may also lead to rumination or anxious thinking. So here's some ways to manage this daydreaming, this mind wandering. First, mindfulness training or meditation. Mindfulness and meditation can improve awareness and control over your attentional shifts. Another one is structured environments. Clear schedules and reduced distractions can limit opportunities for mind wandering. Also, break tasks into smaller steps. Easier chunks are less likely to trigger avoidance or mind wandering. If you're able to do things more quickly and get things done more quickly, less chance of you to daydream, to mind wander, because you're always moving on to the next thing. And finally, medication and therapy. ADHD medication like Concerta, Ritalin, Adderall, guanfacine can help you regulate your thinking, regulate your emotions, and help you stay focused and on task. So this is what I know about daydreaming and mind wandering. It happens to me a lot. A lot of times I'm doing something and I just lose focus. I am completely lost somewhere else because I'm daydreaming, I'm mind wandering, I'm thinking about things not in the present moment. Hopefully my insight and comments on this topic can help you. Thank you.